Vulva.
Huh?
I'm gonna need you to actually say that one again, just cause I need to hear what you fucking said.
No, it's okay.
No, are you sure?
Plant? Was that plant?
It was plant vulva.
Okay, I just want to make sure that's what I heard.
I thought that's what it was.
I thought that's what I heard. Okay.
We can spell it if you need more. You got it?
I got it.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Tragedy of Theolosion. We've had a large break, but we are back. The holidays are over. There's no excuse now. Now we just get to party and have some fun in the world of Gaian, which is seemingly falling apart around us. What has happened recently? I'm so glad you asked. Let's go over it. So last little bit of time, the group has spent in Feltios. It is a city off of the east coast of the East Continent. And that is a city that really doesn't believe in gods. They believe they exist. They don't believe that they're helpful in any way, shape, or form. But the gang went there. Two of our players, two of the characters are actually from Feltios, so they got to see their families again. They helped a little issue being built with the third wall that was being seemingly torn down continuously. Turns out it was someone who spoke all languages at once. And that's confusing. Who had bright yellow X's in their eyes. Ragna has finally opened up to his family about him leaving without saying goodbye, and will seemingly be doing that again very shortly. Kazimir has been, he's been having a good time. Really, the biggest thing is just scaring the shit out of Caleo's siblings, and being a dad. And fighting other Ragna siblings. So fun with everyone else's siblings.
Kaji really rocked up and was just like, I'm gonna be a problem everywhere.
And then Caleo found out some stuff by dying. Caleo went to his old family home and found out that their parents held a bit of a secret of being in some kind of cult. They're not exactly sure.
Happy coincidence, because Midsummer is Cleo's favorite movie.
Damn it! Now it's
It can't be. That can't be their favorite movie.
No, it's Legally Blonde. Anyway.
Yes, that makes more sense.
They have two choices. And it goes between both. And one time, they were like, "Oh, the Human Centipede! I heard it's really good." Caleo found out that their parents were in a cult. They don't know much more past that, other than some spooky things like a photo with a disappearing person that has been ripped off one side, so they don't know. And they'd never remember taking that photo. Who knows? The party, with Caleo's death, had summoned someone to come help, which ended up being a priest of Dionysus. The cleric then went ahead and brought Caleo back and asked for a donation, to which the group gave 2,000 gold. Which is awesome. And now they're holding a feast in their honor. But before we do that, before we go do that, Ragna, you are leaving pretty soon. What do you want to do? You are muted.
Am I traveling back with Gemma at this point, or is this a new day?
This can be whatever you prefer.
Okay, so I think walking home with Gemma, getting ready, getting like a pep talk to, be able to do this, because this is gonna be the craziest conversation to have. Being like, hey, I'm gonna leave again, and this time I'm going to the edge of the earth. Is quite the conversation. I gotta kick you out. Get out of here.
Get out of here, dog.
Get out of here. I love you. And he shows them the earring, the sending earring that he got from Vontus. And he's just like, I was wondering if you could look at this. Maybe I could get a few more sending spells in this thing. Or I don't know. I have something I want to say to someone, but I've counted in my head and it's way over 25 words each. Could you help me out with that?
I can't put more in that. It's already created, but I do have, and they hold up their ring, her class ring, and goes, it has spell story. I could put it in here, and then you can use it, borrow it, and then give it back. Because I seemingly probably don't want to be in the middle of that conversation.
That would be nice. I appreciate that privacy.
I don't think she has sending. If you know someone who can put it in here, you can borrow it.
I do. I do have someone that can.
Okay.
And I think at this point, he takes the ring, and they're standing outside of their forge, and he's just like and his sister can tell he's nervous. Doesn't know what to say. His tail's kind of between his legs. Doesn't know how to get in there. It's like a barrier in front of him. Okay. Can you just push me? Can you just push me? Just push me in.
I can push you.
Yes, just push me in.
She's going to open the door slightly, then position behind you. Push.
Yeah.
And it's like it's not like mean, but it's definitely rough enough to where you are all the way in and there's no way for you to backtrack.
Yeah. Just stumble inside. Is everyone home?
I would say in the middle of the living room. I'd probably say your mom likes to sit in the back. So I'd say she's probably in the back in her chair. I'd probably say it's your dad. You can hear, let me see. Where would everyone be? One second. This is probably something I could have planned earlier. Let's see. Okay. Son, they're probably in their room, but you can hear them in their room. Gemma will walk in with you, so you're not by yourself. I'd say Ragna's out there. So really the people in the room right now are going to be your youngest sister and your dad.
Okay. Well, they see Ragna get pushed into the house.
That doesn't seem abnormal, so I don't.
Okay. They're after me. He straightens himself out. Sees that not everyone's here. Goes to the there's a bell that is used for when a job is done and you want people to know that the job is done. So you can't come in here. Stop it. My dog is trying to invade my house.
She went, you get to break in. Why can't I?
Why can't I? Exactly. Hello, Corey. Anyway. Rings the bell. Waits for everyone to come in. I have to leave. I have to continue on with my journey, my odyssey. Go ahead if you have something to say.
Oh, I was going to tell you what the reactions were if you wanted
ahead.
to see them immediately.
Yes.
So you could gauge the rest of your
Please.
conversation based off that.
Yes, please.
Son. Okay. So Gemma is being supportive. I think she's standing behind you.
Right.
So you can't really see what her face is, but you've already talked to her about this.
Yeah.
Son seems not distant from it, but seems to be understanding enough and going, yeah, like nodding. Ragna has been like locking eyes with Gemma from behind you and like going back and forth. Your dad looks at your mom,
Right.
who is stoic, just listening, waiting.
I have not from Hephaestus, but I have been tasked with a prophecy. A prophecy that is bringing me all over the world. And in this next instance, it is bringing me to the corner of it. The edge of it. And I don't know what's going to happen when I get there. I don't know where I'll go when I get there. But I know that if I don't want a future where I lose you all. I have to go there.
The consensus is silent for a moment as people are thinking. The first one, oddly enough, to say anything, is Sun, who says, "Okay, hold on, do not leave. I will be right back," and runs off into their room. Your father is looking dead in the eyes at your mom. With your passive insight, you can tell they've had this conversation of you may need to leave again. And it's almost like you could read their faces from how expressive and how much you know them. And he's almost like, "It will be okay. Breathe." And like is trying to like calm her down. She takes in a deep breath before your mother stands up and walks to you, grabs you by the shoulders, looks you dead in the eye before putting her forehead to yours and whispering, "If you do not come back, that means I will have to go to the edges of the earth myself for you. So you have to come back." We have the real mom situation. So it doesn't matter what I say. It's real mom time.
Apologies. Just repeat that, please.
Yes. What she said is, "If you do not make it, I will have to go to the edges of the earth myself. I will have to go to the quarters of Gaian. So you have to come back." You've just muted yourself.
Son of a bitch. I can't win. I will. I don't plan on letting you cause chaos, whatever I go.
Your father will come over and wrap his one arm around your mother and the other arm around you, and will press his forehead in between with yours and hers. And he's rubbing onto your back. And he's smiling now that your mother has expressed, not making this harder for you.
Giving a blessing.
Yeah, enough.
Blessing.
More like leave before I change my mind.
Yeah.
But he's just rubbing your back and rubbing hers. And he goes, "I know you will make us proud. Please don't make us go to the edges of Gaian. We all will have to go. That will be our family vacation."
I will do my best, Baba. I promise.
And he's gonna.
I promise.
And he'll like give you a nuzzle on the cheek and like hold your mane, your head, bring you in close. There's a bit of space given as Ragna comes up. And she will take a kind of a shaking, sharp breath before grabbing your hand and pulling you in, and in a similar fashion, putting her forehead to yours in a very, in a familial, loving kind of way. Except for, she just bashes her forehead into yours, a bit brashly, but still holds it there. But the starting effect is much more painful.
Mm-hmm.
You better get home safe. And if not, then I'll come for you, and I will finish the prophecy myself.
They will better watch out if you do.
And she doesn't really give you more of an expression than she has been, but will squeeze your hand, let you go, and separate herself from the family. Sun runs back in and has it's almost like a bushel of like potions that are like all different colors but like tied together, and like if you just pull it off of the cord, it uncorks it. You have to just use some strength and then you can drink it. And she'll hand you this and go, I've been working on these. Excuse me, they will hand it to you. I've been working on these. I don't remember what does which.
You can't hand me mystery potions.
But they are all good.
They're all good mystery potions.
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure they're all good?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 10. I'm 90% sure.
What is the other 10%?
I don't remember.
Okay.
But I made them for you.
Thank you, son. I will drink these, praying to you that they're good.
90% of them are.
90% good.
Look, I know I normally build things, but I've been working a bit more with potions and you know, mixing things together, and then some of those I can use to make my inventions work better. Other things actually work better on people. So those are things that I have accidentally found work better on people. So I made you one of each. I added colors to them. So now I don't remember which one does which.
Okay.
They all have like slightly different tones.
Love it.
But they're very similar.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. He just goes over. He just forehead to forehead.
There's a moment where Sun kind of like sinks back a little, like when you do that, kind of like turtles.
Mm.
But will then eventually just kind of give you like a pat on the cheek and go, okay.
You earned that with 90%.
Ugh.
I'm gonna start packing up and getting ready. I'm going to a party celebrating the that we saved the project on the wall. So we're going to have fun before we go out to the high seas.
Ragna will go, obviously very jealous, and will walk off. Your mom will stop you as you're walking into your room.
Mm-hmm.
And then she says, okay, before you leave, can I say goodbye to Echo?
Of course you can. And I call for Echo to come out if he wants to.
Oh, he will. It's your mom.
Yeah.
He knows better than that. And she will she will take Echo over while you're packing, having your separate moment.
Mm-hmm.
And you can hear mumbles between what she's saying. It's a lot of things that she's told you, but it's a lot of, okay, make sure you both eat and eat a lot, and then you know, all these other things. And she's like, you know, I love you both. I mean, I don't know how to separate this. You are loved. Both of you better come back. And like has this whole like pep talk with Echo before leaving. And he silently just sinks back in, like doesn't say anything to you.
Mm-hmm. I don't pry. That's his conversation to have with them. And I just go to pack. Go to start getting ready.
Okay. Sweet.
Mm.
Was there something you wanted to do with Enigma? I just wanted to check.
I was like curious if you wanted Enigma to meet the family.
Do you want Enigma to meet the family?
I mean, I was like, that was up to you if you wanted to be the chaotic person I know you are. And I was like, here's a suggestion if you want to do that.
Enigma is not around your family at this moment.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
But if you do want that interaction to happen, you just have to get her pretty much like if you want it to happen, you can have everyone meet at your house before you leave, and then it can happen. But at this moment, it's something where you would still need to initiate it before I do it.
Gotcha.
But time skip. You're completely packed. Everyone's packed. You're all good to go. You have one last thing to do for the night. And that's to go party.
Question: is this the night before we leave?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I need to adjust my character sheet so that I can get rid of my actual shenanigans.
Yes. Yeah, you'll be fine. Basically, you will. I think you'll have one level of exhaustion before you leave, but even then, that's what is that? Disadvantage on skill checks.
Yeah.
Just remember that if you make any skill checks. But you muted yourself.
I'm pulling a Christian, I guess.
But that's if you make any. You know, it's all up to you. All right. Party time. Now, are we all meeting at Ragna's house? Or where are y'all meeting?
I would assume we are meeting at my place and then heading there. Because is it closer to my place or is it closer to
Leo's.
to Caleo's?
It's technically closer to your place. However, you're in the dead center of the city, pretty much.
Mm.
Like you are very easy to get to in Feltio. So pretty much everything inner city is closer to you, no matter what.
Okay.
But it's something where you're still in the middle, and this is on the outskirts of town.
Right.
So if they come in, they'd have to go all the way to the middle, and then go all the way to the outskirts.
Right.
So it's up to you on how you want to play it out.
I don't think we need to do all that. I think we need to just like head to the outskirts together.
Okay.
Like meet at the outskirts and then head there.
Sounds good. You all will go ahead and meet up. Enigma is still on your horns, Kosh. Just I almost called invisible see-through, and that's not inaccurate, but they're still see-through.
They're still see-through.
They're still see-through. Are you all bringing anyone?
If Finley wants to come, Finley can come.
Finley will go.
Cool.
Do you want to bring anyone else?
Yeah, Caleo will mention it to his brothers, and if they want to come, though, it's up to them.
If Ragna wanted to come, if Ragna was jealous, I would have brought Ragna.
Okay. Ragna would go if you invited her.
Yeah.
Anyone else you asked, I would probably say no.
Yeah, Caleo's brothers are not the party type.
No, I'm gonna roll for them.
Are you gonna roll for it?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
High or low for... Okay, we're gonna do one for each of them.
Mm-hmm.
High or low for... We'll start with Tristan.
Alright. Hi.
Okay, Tristan's going. That's fun.
Interesting.
Okay. How about for Roan?
Le.
Le?
Le.
I got a 1, so yeah.
Wow.
Jam!
Wow, he definitely-
Everybody's coming.
As soon as
Everybody's coming.
the word "puh" came out, he was like, "I'm in."
Hey, Finley's gonna be... Okay.
I'm in.
He does have... Actually, he has a parcel. for Finley.
Oh shit.
This is after all the discussions you had.
Parcel.
Yeah.
A parcel.
It's just like glued and taped like letters saying like, please help, your father hates me.
It's a ransom note
It's a ransom note
for himself.
for himself, yeah.
Please help me.
Please send 500
Please send-
gold to your dad.
He's keeping me captive in his mind. Okay. So you all meet up. It's sizable. It's a sizable group going in. Ragna is a bit unsure about going into the area where all of the temples are. It seems like she's never been over here.
Right.
Ron and Tristan, I would say they've gone there, but they haven't really done anything. They've just passed through or,
Well, Hesiod's temple would be in this district, wouldn't it? Or not really?
It would be, but I would say you'd probably know that your family would be one to privately worship rather than go all the way to a temple.
Fair enough.
Okay. So, y'all make your way to the temple. This one is a bit larger than the others. The other ones are more like back alley, small little temples, while the Temple of Dionysus seems to be based off of, I would assume verbally, they told you exactly where you needed to go. What you see is there's a set of stairs going down under another building. And that seems to be where the temple would be. They told you to be on the lookout for around the door frame. There would be Concord grapes and like chalices that were engraved all over it. It's something that's noticeable, but not really in your face. But down these stairs, probably not more than like 6 feet down these initial stairs. You're able to go ahead and enter the temple if you wish.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, boy. Cool.
And Ragna to Ragna is just like, just act like it's a big party for a lord, not the god, and you should be fine.
Okay.
You're not going to burst into flames if you enter the temple. I promise.
Okay. But it is sticking like very closely to you. In this situation. She is not wearing her armor. I'd imagine anyone who has like armor normally is wearing something a bit less at this point. Unless you would like to go in armor, which you totally can. But
Full set.
Yeah.
let's go. But you enter through, and immediately there is a shift in the demeanor. Rather than it being almost a seedy back alley like area, you immediately get this wave of not relaxation, but like ease. As this area, when you open it, it doesn't seem to be overly loud, but it does seem that there's conversation, there's music. There is it seems to be almost like a low ceilinged basement type of temple where Kazimir, you're brushing up to the ceiling, but it's okay. It's something where if you duck down a little, you're not doing too badly. What's really brushing up against your horns is actually satin and silk that is being draped from the ceiling that makes it seem a lot shorter than it is.
Okay.
So it's almost like you're tangling up.
Yeah.
But if you just kind of duck in between places, you're fine.
Okay.
That thread count though.
It's pretty good. The colors seem to be a lot of reds and purples, golds, silks, satins, velvets, things that are comforting on the skin. Lots of large, like, pillows and corners where people can sit on the ground. There are tables and chairs people can sit. It seems to look a lot more like a nightclub or a tavern of sorts, rather than a temple. Until you get to the main area, you're going through what's like more of like a foyer, an entry room, and then when you get to the main area of the temple, it goes down a few more steps, and you see quite a large area that has a full section around the sides that is available for people to sit, to eat, whatever. There's tables, chairs, also the cushions that you can sit upon if you prefer the floor. There are also curtained off rooms all the way around. In the middle, there is a large pool that surrounds a raised fountain that surrounds a statue of Dionysus, which seems to be a humanoid, looks masculine, AMAB. It's showing everything. I mean, it's showing everything. There's a jug on the side that the figure seems to be holding, that's pouring out water, that is going into the fountain, which is ultimately going into the pool. The statue, also the figure, has long, luscious curls, a very short, trimmed, well-kept beard and mustache, facial hair, a bit of a playful expression, but the build of this person is quite soft. You can see in the arms, there is some musculature in the chest. You can tell the pecs are a bit larger. However, generally overall, this figure looks like they have drank every single day of their life. And they are not, what is the proper term? They're not muscular. They're soft in build. The area around the back, so when you walk into this room, there seems to be long tables with benches and a long table and a bench in the back, and it just seems to be, it has so much food. It seems to be an area where you can just take what you want. There are plates, more of a buffet style rather than you're sitting down having food. People are in the pool. It is a, some people are wearing swimsuits. Some people jumped in their regular clothes. Some people aren't wearing anything at all. It's a mixed basket. There are priests walking around, including the one you do recognize, Kazimir, who was the jeweled tiefling, who is one of the many who are walking around in this garb that is a dark maroon velvet type of robe. The rope is closed by is golden and has tassels, very soft. It looks like it was expensive at one point. It looks well kept, but it doesn't look brand new. Many people offering drinks. There seem to be a few different colors of bottles going around with different colors of what looks like wine. What is everyone's passive perception again?
Kaj's is 13.
13?
18.
18?
26.
Yeah. 26 and 18. You notice that there are two different kinds of labels. One that has a gold label and one that has a silver label. That is on each of these bottles. Even though these bottles and the drinks inside are different colors, there's different labels. But those are the two primary colors that you notice in the differences. As you walked in, immediately, Kazimir is done finishing pouring the bottle he has in his hand to a person who is lounging and walks up to all of you and says, "Quite a party, huh?"
Very. I'm impressed.
Just a little small get-together. It's good to see you up and alive.
It's good to be up and alive, thanks to you.
Don't have to thank me. Thank your friends.
And there's a lot of this. Is looking at this place. It's reminding me of a certain underground tower all over again. And I look. How's Ragna doing? How's my dear sister?
Her hair and her fur standing on end.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, she seems to be on like danger mode because she's getting used to the area.
Yeah, okay. And it just reminds Ragna of how he looked when this first happened with him. This is a lot. It's a lot of things. A lot of people are around him. Some of them ain't naked. Some of them are naked. He's like, oh, I gotta live with this for a while. I did not know that there were this many worshippers of Dionysus in the city.
You could say there are and there aren't. Some people just enjoy a party. Dionysus does not turn away those who seem to want to enjoy themselves, even if their thoughts don't exactly align.
Right. I hope the money we provided you makes this party as raucous as possible.
There is a clap on your shoulder as he kind of like smacks and goes, "Then you should partake of it yourself. You paid for plenty of this, of course, but most of the money is going to not only Dionysus himself to tithe, but also in honor of him, we are, of course, helping people." And you do, looking around, it does take quite a bit of money to put on a party like this. However, based off the 2,000 gold you gave them, this is certainly not like what it took to get this was not like really scraping the surface.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Before we go do any drinking, Caleo, I actually need to talk to you before we start drinking and partying and having fun.
Of course.
Pull him over to the side.
Mm-hmm.
You have access to the sending spell, correct?
Yes, if I prepared it today, but
You can
I
say you
normally
prepared
always
it today.
yeah, I always have it prepared. Yes. Do you need me to send a message to anyone?
Well, I would like to send a message in private, and I takes the ring out. Got this ring for my sister. It's supposed to store spells, and what I want to say to Fontes, it will take a lot more than 25 words. So I have 2 uses in here with the earring, but just 1 or 2 more would solidify, because I can't fit what I want to say in that little of words, unfortunately.
Of course. Liz gonna is it a ring that just holds a 3rd level spell?
Yeah, it actually can hold a little higher than that. But it can accept a 3rd level spell.
Oh, how many levels of spell can it hold? Because if I can get 2 something.
I don't think you'll be able to fit 2, because it can only fit up to a level 5.
Yeah. Alright, cool. Then just one sending into the spell.
And sees you put the magic in the ring. Great. Sound effects, fantastic. On point, love it. And he just smiles and puts the ring away. Let's get drinks. Let's have some fun.
But you never say that. And we'll go and I'm gonna check out what these fucking gold and silver wine bottles are about.
Yeah. Do you just ask someone, or do you just like go to a bottle, sniff it, read it? What do you do?
I'm just gonna check out the bottles at first. I'm gonna look at them.
So looking at them, they aren't gonna really say too much on the front. However, smelling them will definitely show something different. The golden labels seem to be fermented and actually filled with alcohol. The silver ones seem to be a non-alcoholic option that is just a very, very like fine juice.
Ooh. Nice.
Oh, yeah, love that.
Yeah.
I think there's a moment where Caleo turns to Roan and will just be like, silver only, please.
Do you tell him it's non-alcoholic?
No.
Wow. Setting up. What a setup.
I love that we get to play with that poor boy's little brain. Okay, and he'll comply, absolutely. And then Tristan looks at you, and will go to sniff the bottles himself, and they'll go, okay. I was gonna say, I think most of you would figure that out soon enough. And it's up to you on what you would like to drink. You also notice that with the food being brought, with like you can go get as much food as you want, and the food is delicious. It is well prepared, well seasoned. It seems to keep coming back in hordes. So it looks like if something's run out, it's brought right back in. There's fresh fruits. You're welcome, Koch. There's lots of fresh fruits. There's like roasted vegetables, lots of meats, lots of desserts. So many desserts. You do also notice that there are people who are bringing around small trays, which have other debaucherous items. If you would prefer to, if you prefer to partake, or mix it up.
Mix
Drex.
it up.
Any ones that we particularly recognize?
I would say, yeah.
The
Have you seen like
special.
Bastion partake in?
I was
apparently Bastion would hit.
Get the Minty is on there. Which you all know is hallucinogenic. So that's an option. Aphrodite's Kiss is probably the most offered in this one.
It's still Aphrodite's Kiss.
Yeah.
And you change that. Cool. Interesting. Hey.
And then also there is red sugar, which you all know is an upper. That is also being offered. As well as hound scalp, which is, more of an evener. So all of these are being offered. Particularly, I was going to say, the gift of Minthe and the red sugar are on their own platter, very separate and very obvious, as they're a bit rougher than the other ones. But everything is very obviously marked, very obviously kept, and you do only see a few chosen people offering these.
Right. Is the drug that Kaj took at the snow resort here?
The weed?
Yeah, that's hound kelp.
That's how.
Yeah,
That's
that's
why
what I
it's
thought.
Sound count.
That's what I was
Yeah.
talking about. Yeah.
It is available in multifaceted ways that we are not going to describe,
Of course.
just in case Twitch has an
Yeah,
issue.
you Twitch, you bastards. We love you.
But there's different ways of you being able to take
just
most of
curious to
these.
see if it was here. Just take a glass of wine. I'm not doing drugs. I'm a baby. What are you doing here? There's a wine here.
The wine's so good.
Yeah.
It's strong, but it's also not offensively strong. Like you taste it, and it feels like they've already allowed it to settle and ruminate, have oxygen in it. So when you sip it, it seems good to go. They're most of the time they're taking these, pouring them into decanters that are marked, I should say, rather than just the labels of the bottles. They're pouring them into marked decanters.
Right.
But yeah. So what's everyone doing? There are people here that you can just go talk to. There are the priests and clerics. There's stuff to do if you want to look around.
I think Kaj has been very much in like public facing Kaj mode, so he's a little bit kind of like stone faced. He's definitely having flashbacks to like the sponsor parties in Merided kind of shit. That was very much like this, yeah.
This is I would say this is a toned down version of what you would normally go to.
Those were like raucous.
Yeah. A huge thing is that you were pretty much allowed to do it anywhere, because the whole city worship Dionysus. Here they have to keep it enclosed
in the building. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think Kaj will like kind of turn to Finley and say like, you can partake in whatever you want. Just be aware, and if you're not feeling good, we can leave.
Okay. And same thing to you.
Okay.
You can partake in whatever you want, Dad.
Dad, you're fine. Well, also, if Dad wants to leave, then we'll leave.
Yeah.
Yeah. She'll rub your arm, and then I think she'll immediately go and get wine.
Cool.
Yeah. So she'll take off.
Can Kaj talk to some like clerics, maybe?
Yeah.
I think. Do they make themselves distinguishable from?
Yeah. They're wearing those robes and the golden ties around them. Basically, it's just their priest garb. But yeah, easy.
I think Kaj is going to stroll up to them and ask, "Are you all in charge of this temple?"
I'm just going to let's roll and see who you talk to.
Who am I talking to?
Who are you talking to?
Am I talking to the manager?
I think technically, if there was a manager, it would be Cosmin. But if you're not speaking to them, then you walk up to a drow woman, and she's one of the ones holding one of the platters of enjoyables. And well, I'm sorry. Will you re-ask your question?
Are you all like in charge of the temple here? Is what Kaj asked.
We are.
My name is Kazimir. And one of your clerics saved my friend, and we We helped to sponsor part of this banquet, so.
You are the ones. It will be quite helpful, all the money you gave us.
I do not mean to pry too much, but I lived in Marinid for some time. This is not dissimilar to what I've experienced there. Do you know Dionysus?
I think everyone knows Dionysus. Personally, has he shown himself to me? No, they have not. But I'd like to think that the Dionysus knows me.
So you don't.
No.
Do you find trouble organizing these sort of events in Feltios?
Not typically. It's a situation where more so we'd like to get the word out without anyone feeling uncomfortable or pressured. Many times when people see anything that has a symbol of Dionysus, they immediately assume we're trying to convert them, which is not the case.
For my party, that's out of character. What is the name? Who is the group that held that party last time we went to like a big party? The one that you were talking about,
The
Christian.
blood nymphs in
Yes.
And Endios?
And
Yeah.
Yes, the bloodlines of the undead. The vampires.
Was that in Helsinki?
No, it was Endios.
Andios.
it's near Helsinki.
Near Helsinki. I think Kaj will kind of like squint an eye and consider asking a question about the blood nymphs and if they know anything about that. And I think we'll just let it slide for now. And then we'll just continue. I apologize. I simply wanted to thank you for your assistance. Thank you for the banquet and I hope you enjoy.
She'll just like look you over with how like unsure you're acting. And we'll just nod and go, of course we will. And I don't have a day I don't enjoy. So if you need anything to make the night a little easier, you know where to find me.
Do an insight check on that. That seems
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a 14.
14? It seems that she just
Just like an open offer for help.
she's flirting with you, dude.
Oh,
And that's what you meant?
I don't know. I'm just like if you need assistance getting around the facility.
If you need anything, she's carrying drugs. And also is looking at you at a party that is for the god of fertility.
Is he the god of fertility?
Included with a lot of other things, yes.
Jesus
He's a
Christ.
fertility god.
A god of
in-
yeah.
Grecian gods can be a god of fertility, but it's not like a domain that they have precedence over.
This guy wears a lot of hats.
Many hats.
Kaj is like, okay. And then we'll walk away.
Gives him finger guns and walks away.
And then we'll eat some fruit.
Yeah. So much. They have so
much fruit.
And it's very fresh.
Yay!
Caleo's gonna mingle a little bit, but then make his way back over to what was the tiefling's name again?
Cosmin.
Kazimir. Will make his way over to Kazimir. He'll just kind of like approach. So, Kazimir, was it?
It was.
How long have you been following Dionysus?
It's a mixed bag. I'd say I heard the stories a long time ago. I didn't really know everything he entailed till I was a bit older. But somewhere I feel like I've always just had not an attraction, but a connection.
Do you happen to know who his champion is?
Champion. I did hear something about gods and champions. Do you believe that's real?
Yeah, I do. Do you think it's not a thing that should be believed in?
No. If that's what the gods decide, that's what the gods decide. I just fear for the god Dionysus to choose a mortal as their champion. I mean, with their history, with gods before becoming a full-fledged god themselves. I don't know how kindly he'd take to it.
That's a good point. Is he referring to the myth of Dionysus being a demigod before becoming a god?
Yes, that is canonical in this world. That seems to be the myth.
Mm-hmm. I'm quite curious about one of Dionysus's domains.
By all means, do you want a drink as we discuss?
Of course.
Okay, and he'll pour you whatever color of wine, whatever label of wine you want. Go for it.
He'll have wine. He'll have some wine.
Well, I mean, do you want do you want red? You want a white? You want a rosé? You want like literally, they have everything.
Let's go with red. I feel like Caleo would be a red guy.
Yeah, it's really nice, hearty, like deep.
When a few of us were checking out why the third wall was halting in construction, two of us are from the city, so when we arrived and saw it was happening, we were quite confused, knowing Valtios and its morals usually, not to turn people away. We went to investigate and we came across a druid who had yellow X's in her eyes and spoke in many, many different tongues.
You see him tense up a bit as he hears you say yellow X's. And the sparkling tiefling will look around before leaning a bit closer to you. Say, you also see them.
You see the X's?
I do. I know a few others who do as well. Do you wish to speak to them? They might have more insight than me.
Yes.
Of course. Do you know what those mean? The yellow X's.
We're working on it. We have a few theories.
I would like to hear. I imagine.
Wait, I fucking forgot his name again.
Cosmin.
Cosmin. Does he have yellow X's?
He does not.
Okay.
He does not. I can only assume. I don't like to assume the worst. But they have an odd power behind them. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes. From what we've seen, the woman we found, the reason I ask you specifically, well, a Dionysus follower specifically, is I was thinking insanity is a domain of his, so we're trying to just scope out any information we can about it.
And you think they have to do with insanity? The yellow X's?
No, just... I'm not sure if it's a symptom or a cause.
Yes. I haven't had much hands-on experience. I've seen them. I don't know what else they do. But there's one who has had hands-on experience. He's actually from Marinade and is visiting for this party. Would you let me introduce you to him?
Of course.
And you see he'll bring you along to an area where there are a group of people that are hanging out on those cushions that I talked about. There seems to be some kind of water pipe device, similar to like a hookah, in front of them. And you see many different people. And right in the middle is a halfling. Who has slightly chestnut skin. Their hair is, it seems to be black, almost to purple at the ends. That's wavy and messy, almost beach waves. And they have pretty low sideburns. For a halfling, they seem to have pretty well-defined features on him. And he's in the middle just laughing, drinking. You do see a similar type of robe that's similar to the priest here, but it seems to be newer and much nicer. And he walks over and says, Linus! There's someone that wishes to speak to you. Linus will... he has his arm kind of propped up against one of the cushions and is just flirting his way with this human woman beside him. And as he's called, he's like, "I'll be but a moment," and he will like whisper something to her before jumping up and bringing a full bottle of wine with him rather than drinking it from a decanter or from a glass. And he will walk up to both of you. Yes.
Hello. I wanted to introduce myself. I was talking to my very good friend here, Kazimir, and I was inquiring about a certain topic that they so generously offered your name for.
I'm excited to hear what it is. What would it be?
We've been coming across a phenomenon, me and my friends.
Mm-hmm.
We've come across a lot of individuals with yellow X's in their eyes.
His face turns serious as you say that, and he goes, of course, we have to talk business in the middle of our pleasures and parties. I would prefer to talk about this somewhere far more comfortable than in the middle of the floor, if you don't mind. And he will kind of walk over to a corner. You do see that there is a room that has a curtain, and he'll look to you and go, would you prefer a room, or would you prefer the corner?
Is Kazimir following us?
If you'd like him to. He doesn't seem to bothered one way or another if you say yes or no. He's more so, if he's needed, he'll go.
Okay. I was just asking if he was, if it looked like he was following us, or if he was gonna let us be alone, because otherwise Caleo was just gonna say he was gonna find him after.
He was tentative, waiting for an answer. If you're comfortable with him leaving, he'll go back to helping out, serving people, making sure the party's running smoothly.
He'll definitely make eye contact with Kazimir, and just lean forward in a low voice and be like, I would like to talk about something not business with you later.
Kazimir will smirk. And, well, I'm definitely very good at information that doesn't always involve business. So, you'll know where to find me.
Of course. And we'll go in. Hello, Linus.
Do you want the room or the corner? Like, how private do you want the conversation to be?
Let's go with room.
Okay. You'll go into this room, which there will be a moment, like a knock at the side, in the doorway to make sure there's no one in there. It is empty, and he will open the curtain room. This seems to be. It's pretty easy to assume what this room can be used for, but he seems to just make sure the candles are well lit, well taken care of before sitting on part of the plush, large bed and offering. It seems that he's actually holding a white wine, and he'll offer and be like, "Care for a drink?"
Of course, and we'll drink it. He'll mix those wines. I don't know if that's.
He'll make a comment.
He doesn't know.
It's Dionysus party, baby. You can drink what you want.
He makes a comment on it as he notices, because you have a red in your hand and you drink that. He's, aren't you a fun one? Mixing drinks.
Well, I don't really know anything about wine, so.
I can tell you plenty. But that is not what you want to talk about, so we won't. And he kind of gives himself a little hook as he pushes himself back onto the bed a little bit more as he can't reach it with his feet. And then he'll lean back, one arm, whatever position this halfling seems to go in is immediately just sensual for some reason. And you wish to speak. What questions do you have? What do you have information?
Before I do that, I wanna see if I can tell
just how high of status he has within this temple.
Sure. Go ahead. I will allow you to use religion or investigation or insight. They'll all bring different ways of you finding out.
You said religion, investigation, or insight?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, let's go with religion. Alright. Oh, and I have disadvantage. That's fine, it was higher. 14.
14?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Based off of his outfit, it seems to be nicer than the ones here. You do know he's also visiting from Marinid, which it holds the priest of Dionysus to a different standard. So you could tell he's in a better position than he is here, than he would be here. Like maybe they don't have a spot high enough in this area for him because of how small the denomination is here. Other than that, there's really not a lot you can tell with a 14.
Yeah.
But he's just sitting.
We've been coming across creatures with yellow axes for quite some time. And we recently encountered a druid on the outskirts of the third wall. She seemed to be the cause of the delays with construction.
Mm-hmm.
She had the most prominent yellow X's I had ever encountered. And she was able to use them as an ability.
I see.
She also spoke in varying tongues. It seemed a little like madness to me.
Varying tongues. So you mean, more than one at a time, or mixing the languages? What do you mean?
She was mixing them, right? She was like saying like every alternate word.
Literally, it seemed like letters, and sentence structure was changed. So it's not even just by the word; it's by the letter.
It seemed that every letter was different. Every language that you could possibly think of.
He's gonna take a moment and think. Before he keeps eye contact with you. You notice he does have these very low green eyes they're dark, almost like a forest green, but they seem to still like sparkle through the candles. That is quite a predicament. And what, do you think Dionysus would do this?
Of course not.
Oh, I wouldn't hold it against him if he did. It's more so just a question, not accusatory.
I was just hoping that you could shed some light on it. Insanity, madness isn't really my lady's forte.
And who is your lady?
Hestia.
Ah, still a good lady. A little high-strung for my tastes, but still lovely nonetheless. Now, I honestly can't do much without seeing it or hearing it. Do you have written text or a playback of some sort? Are you able to repeat it?
Did we grab anything from?
I I'd say that Ragna knows that Gemma wrote all that stuff down. Because that was your plan initially, was to talk about someone about madness. I wouldn't hold it against you if you, say, had the journal in your pocket in preparation. Like, it seems reasonable with your planning.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely. Ragnar would have definitely taken his own copy of what she was writing because he didn't want to take her notebook. But he would have his own separate like journal and have it phonetically spelled out as well, just because he's a nerd.
Here's the thing. Phonetically, it's damn near impossible.
Damn near impossible. Yeah. Well, he just has the words that are recognized, I guess, in the journal then.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, one of my party members actually. Let me go grab it, and we'll quickly duck out, find
And-
Ragnar really quick.
If you'd like to bring your friend as well, it's a party after all.
All right. as he's well out of earshot, he's gonna do anything. He's gonna be aside, but we'll spot Ragnar and kind of gesture him forward, and Kazimir too, if he kind of.
Pause real quick. What was Ragna doing?
Ragnar's just been he's just been not nursing his drink, but he's been partaking, avoiding eye contact with the naked people. But he's just been chilling. He's watching over his sister to make sure that they're okay. But I'm guessing he would tell them to hang out with Finley and with was Tristan that came?
Tristan
Both of them.
and Roan.
Yeah, Tristan and Ron, hang out with them. Just to even though we're all the same age. Because that's how Leonin families work. Ragna knows
You're all
how,
babies.
Ragna knows how uncomfortable he felt when he was first in a situation like this.
I'm gonna roll something real quick.
Lord.
We're gonna use the big die again.
Oh Lord.
High or low?
Hi.
Hi?
Hi.
Okay. I'd say at this point you've been kind of keeping your eye on Ragna, but have been separated from her for a moment. Finley has quickly become friends with Ragna.
Hey.
And Ragna seems to be coming out of her shell a bit more. Finley is kindly enabling, is how I should put it.
Right.
Is Deb knows exactly what I mean.
Oh no! I love it.
Is refilling her drink as she refills her own as well. And you go over, you see them go over near the music, and Finley is holding Ragna's hands, dancing. And Ragna at first is but after a while, now they're just dancing and having a very good time.
Yeah, good. That's good.
Yeah, no, it seems that she's real comfy.
Gotcha. And he's just been drinking a glass at a time, not going crazy with it, because he doesn't know his limit. And okay. Excuse me, just gonna squeeze my head real quick.
Excuse me, pardon me.
Excuse me. What? No decks, so it's a mess.
Six people standing up. What are they? Why are they going through all the people to going in the middle?
Yeah, there's this huge space. Excuse me, pardon me. Excuse me.
Gotta maneuver. Hey, blame the +0 to Dex. It's a mess. He's not coordinated as well as he should be.
Also, it's the charisma. Neither of them know how to get through.
No, exactly. No, social anxiety is a bitch.
Yeah.
I'm talking with a priest of Dionysus from Marinid, and we're talking about the yellow X's. He sees them as well.
Oh.
I'm currently speaking with him about the druid that we encountered. Ragna, do you still have that journal that had everything written down.
Yeah, sure. And pulls it out from his belt.
You're welcome to come and talk as well.
Yeah, sure. I'll come. Gosh,
Put them into the room.
Uh,
Into the sexy sex room.
Not
What?
opposed.
what is this?
What?
Why is this like so
What?
crap? Why is this like so far back? What's happening?
That's fine. We're just
It's like, don't worry about it.
Don't
worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
we're just talking. And we'll open the door.
Mm.
Yeah, he's still just sitting there. It seems like someone has brought him another bottle. He's going through these fast.
Jesus.
But he seems to be-
we need to talk fast.
Oh no, he seems to be fine.
Okay.
You saw how he shared with you. He was sharing with the people, like pouring it into their glasses. I mean, it's not all him. But he's sitting there. You both see this tiefling, or tiefling. Hello, halfling. And
Tiefling's mine.
no, the bejeweled bitch is mine. And he's sitting, he's waiting, and he sees you both walk in. Ragna, he looks at you and goes, "Oh, hello." And he sees Kazimir. And he goes,
Oh.
well, Cutthroat Kazimir. Right
Oh.
here. It's been a while.
Immediately
Know each
look.
other.
You look for two.
I will, roll me a history.
It's 20. Not,
Oh, God.
Not natural.
So it was like a 19 or an 18.
Yeah.
So you remember him. He was prominent at many parties. He actually is very high ranking in the courts of Dionysus and in the temples. However, he doesn't really have like a term. He goes wherever he wants. It's almost like he is the definition of madness in the temple. And will simply just go wherever the fuck he wants to go. He was at many parties. It was never a bad interaction with him. It was always like this. Simply confusing, a little intimate, but you know, I mean, it's never necessarily anything bad with this person.
Okay. I don't get like big sus vibes.
What do you mean by sus vibes?
Like he wasn't ever like, I want you to work for me. I want you to like leave Crumb or whatever. Like wasn't like trying to like, was just like, you're a popular like entertainer basically.
He treated
Welcome
you
to
like
my
a
party.
celebrity. Yeah.
Okay.
You were a guest of honor.
Yeah.
So he sucked up to a minimum degree.
Say
What
sucked
was
up in a
his
way.
name again?
You didn't have to quote it. Linos.
Linus. Linus. It's been a while.
It has. Would you like a drink?
I've been partaking in the fruit more so.
Oh, this is fruit, just older. And fun. It's a little bit more fun. I mean, you can only have so much fun with cherries and raspberries.
Sure.
He'll pour you a little bit into your. I assume there are just empty, clean glasses everywhere, chalices.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he'll give you a little. Yeah, it's a nice like, it's a sweet, bright wine. It's nice.
So we'll walk forward and pass the notebook to Linus.
Thank you. And he'll read. Even the way he like holds his book. This is the only book I have on hand, so I apologize. He's like this, like the whole time.
This witch has gotta be a champion.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Gotta
That
be.
was my immediate
Gotta
first
be.
thought.
And he's reading through this, thumbing through the pages. And says, "This is nothing. These are nothing. Madness is something."
So, this isn't even, like, insanity or anything like that?
Not in the normal definition, no.
Interesting.
I mean, I can't read it.
There's a normal definition of insanity?
There are many definitions of insanity, but there has to at least be some root cause. This seems to be caused by nothing. Other than the yellow X's, but who knows how those are caused.
Well, we know how they grow.
You do?
We found out what causes the yellow X's.
Oh.
Just don't know why or how.
So you do know how they're caused. And I would love that information, actually, because if we know how to stop it, I mean, if we know how to not have it happen in the first place, that's a better way to stop it.
Well, unless you can stop human emotion. It's not
Can't do
really-
that.
It's caused in the events that happen in people's lives that are quite triggering. Jesus, that's a word. My accent is great. But it has to be traumatic or dramatic, intense moment in your life. And
It
in
does.
that moment, people hear a voice. And if they listen to that voice and let it speak, then the X's appear.
And any type of divination magic can backfire.
Well, obviously.
If something wants to not be stopped, if it is a virus or something disease caused or something that is fighting your own body, why would it allow itself to be stopped by a main cause? I mean, it's simply medical at that point.
Also, this wasn't during Caleo's. This was during Milena's time. But didn't we find a temple to Helios in which there was a journal mentioning yellow X's during the Titanomachy?
Hyperion.
Hyperion, sorry.
That's okay.
It was. Man, that was ages ago. Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord.
So we're back to Sedema.
Yep.
Locked a box in here. But my friends did tell me that they encountered a journal of some kind mentioning yellow X's before the Titanomachy.
I mean, I wasn't around then, so I can't tell you for sure. But doesn't seem implausible.
One of our theories thinks it might be related to the Titans.
That's a fair observation. Now,
Was the druid speaking Titan speak? I can't remember.
It was like every, I think, and that one too, right?
it was every language, including that one.
Including that one.
It was every spoken language for speaking, every written language for writing. So there were spoken languages that do not have a written version that did not overlap.
Mm.
We'll mention that she was speaking every language as well, and was speaking Titan speak.
Does that really mean it's Titans, though? I mean, if it's equated to everything else, why would it only be Titan? But I don't think your theory is incorrect. I'm just stating that
in a broader side of this, it's there's so much it could be. And speaking with trauma specifically, it can lead to madness or insanity. But this, like I said, there is something with those two words I just spoke, and this is nothing. At least not to me.
This was still very informative.
Good. I'm glad.
What do you know of the yellow exit? What information do you have? What have you learned from your travels?
You know,
I completely forget to ask that.
you know, not as much as I would like to know. Honestly. There are people who seem to follow Dionysus who can see it. Which I do assume has something to do with the idea of madness or insanity. Even if that is not the final aspect we're seeing here. But with that in mind, the yellow X's seem to appear, and for some people are very stagnant. In Marinid, they seem to grow furiously, while in other places, such as here, Feltios, not until really, war started. By war, I mean everything that's been happening the last 10 years. Nothing has really happened. When they first saw them, there wasn't much, but as emotions grew, as you said, it obviously makes plenty of sense. Other than that, I mean, it's a mixed bag. We have people looking everywhere, trying to figure out things. It's the least we could do. And especially since we don't want Dionysus to be blamed for it either. The best we could do is at least try to help stop it, rather than make it happen. Because even though people say he is the god of insanity and of madness, that doesn't mean that that's all he wants to exist. That simply means that it has occurred, and it's something that he is familiar with.
Of course. We are currently checking out a few avenues due to who we're working for.
By all means, who are you working for?
That is confidential.
I see. You are always a hard sell. But still love you. Whatever you need.
I'm sorry, you said c'est la vie, and then my brain went Sulavu.
But Sulavu?
Isn't that like another French phrase?
It was
Sulavu is it's a TikTok, but they were saying like another legitimate like French phrase.
It might have. I have no idea.
I have no idea. If we have any people who speak French, I'd love to know.
I'd love to know.
Maybe Slow knows.
I remember it seeing because I saw it in the comments of that TikTok. They're like, oh, they're also saying something along the lines of like, I can't remember, but
We'll look it up later.
but anyway,
C'est la vie.
shit. What was I gonna do something. Oh, I wanted to ask, would Caleo know if it is canon in this game? Did Hestia still give up her seat as an Olympian for Dionysus in this?
And this one? Let me check what I wrote down.
Because Hestia used to be an Olympian, but
Yes.
then gave up her seat for Dionysus when he reached godhood.
That is very dependent, and I think there's no explicit text in like the original documents, but that's a pretty popular like.
It's a pretty common
Yeah.
myth.
Yeah, in this one, yes. Hestia was, we officially decided that Hestia did step down from the original 12 when Dionysus came to full power. But Linus will go ahead and look over all of you and go, that is quite a bit of business talk for something that should be so, fun.
Of course.
Is there...
Well, I thank you. Sorry, before I speak. I was like, oh wow, my mic's probably picking this up. Whoops. Thank you so much. This was very informative.
I'm glad I could help. It's also, I'm glad to see you again, Kazimir. I'd love to speak to you more if you have a moment.
If you insist.
I do.
Well,
Can I insight check? Slash, like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
go ahead.
also insight check.
Everyone inside it. Who
hey,
cares?
man, ever since
I don't
we
like
met a
this.
certain other goddess that shall not be named.
I got 5.
I-
I'm scared.
Can't win. I am rolling at disadvantage, but like I
You are
literally
confident.
all of my rolls have not been above a 5 yet.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So that's a 6.
25 insight from me.
Oh my god. Okay. This man is good looking. And especially in this light, he has this like little like charm, this little sparkle. Not necessarily even if you're attracted to him, but he just has an air of like, wow, this guy gets it.
Right.
Good for him.
This guy fucks.
Yeah, he does. For
that now.
Ragna,
We love a
Ragna.
shit king.
Yeah. For Ragna.
Mhm.
Dionysus always seems to choose people and be surrounded by people based off of what you know of gods that have a similar air to him. And from what you've heard overall, the man might be very focused in a pleasurable mortal life. But this man is probably the closest to what you have ever envisioned a Dionysus follower to be. He seems to be genuinely wanting to discuss something that doesn't seem negative, is how I'm going to say.
It's not
It doesn't.
malicious. Is it more horny than malicious?
It doesn't even seem horny over malicious. It just seems curious.
Oh. I think with that, Ragna will look over to Kaj. And if Kaj looks back, he just goes, "Be okay, right?"
If it isn't, you'll know.
Taps him on the shoulder. To like
Keep an eye on
reassure him.
Finley for me.
I will. This seems like our younger generation, in quotation marks, is doing quite well with each other.
That's your generation.
Shut up. I am old
That is
in
your
different
generation.
ways.
You are
No,
not
you're
much
just
older than my youngest brother.
You're
You're
fucking
just
Gen
traumatized.
Z.
Yeah.
I'm old in experience.
You're traumatized.
Yeah. Wait.
You admit it.
All right. So you two, before we go to Kashmir, I just kind of want to get everything settled. Ragna, what are you gonna go do?
Have another drink, and then I'm gonna go do my sending with Vontas.
Okay. Let's do that right now.
Oh.
I love that you're drunk messaging your girlfriend.
Am I drunk or am I tipsy?
You want to roll a con for me?
Sure, I can do that.
A little con save.
Can't
So
say.
save.
Yeah, that's 26.
I'd say you're feeling it, but you are more than competent.
Like buzzed, maybe?
Yeah, like buzz maybe.
Yeah, I'd say you feel good. Like you feel like
You're like at
Open-
that perfect little like sliding scale where the anxiety has like left and you
Mhm.
can still have a very fun time.
you're like I can say whatever I need to correctly, but also confidently.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes this message a little easier to say then.
Oh, good. Okay,
Cool.
have fun.
Good.
They're about to have phone sex, y'all.
No, what?
What are you wearing?
What the-
My helmet. I promise.
and only your helmet? Anyway, and I'd like to think that this is using all three uses at the same time.
Okay, so you'd like to 3. Oh yeah, because she gave 2. So you'd like to have 75 words
Yeah.
at once, and then she can have a 75 word in response.
Yes.
I will accept that. That I will allow you to mix those spells like that.
It's a good message. It's a solid message.
Okay, you swear.
Yeah, I swear you'll love it, and it'll all go afterwards.
Okay.
Heading to the edge of the world tomorrow. Part of the prophecy exists out there. I don't know what's going to happen when I get there, but I'll message you when I get there. I just want you to know. I am in love with you, and not just because you are beautiful, intelligent, and brave. It is because when you are near, the world fades away. With you, I am my true self, and that is the most beautiful feeling in the world. So,
You get a point of inspiration. That's cute as fuck. Also, I like the combination spells, so it was a cool mix. Oh god, I don't have 75 words off the top of my head. Vontus will.
Okay.
Trying to think of how she would respond to this.
okay.
Okay. But those are 2 words. Okay.
Okay. More than I thought they'd use.
Of course, you'd be going to the edge of the world. I trust you'll be safe. And I trust our friend and Kazimir. I'm not very good with words. But even the rush of adrenaline that I get while drawing my sword is nothing in comparison to when I'm near you. Don't die. If you need me, call for me. I will be there immediately. I will find you. I promise. There you go. Yee. Okay.
And Ragna just goes, woo! And he drinks.
Now he's like, drinks.
Let's go.
Caleo.
Oh, Claire's getting his fuck on.
Just like that.
Yeah, no, I don't think there are many words that have to be said.
We
I
need
feel
75.
like 75.
And you got let's fuck. That's it.
I feel like it's more simple than that. I feel like it's just like you walk out of the room, you and Cosmo make eye contact, and you just walk into the room. And he brings a bottle of wine. And hang on, and some things from the dessert table.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have fun.
You see, after the door closes, Cleo it immediately opens. Cleo walks out, grabs a whipping cream, and goes back in.
There are no doors; they're curtains.
Ah.
So there's immediately you're in, and then your shirt is kind of astray as you were trying to take it off, and went, oh shit! And you walk back out, and you just grab the whole bowl.
You think there's privacy in this bitch? Nah. Curtains.
There's enough privacy, and
I'm saying curtains. You get curtains. I get doors.
Yeah, no, there's curtains. But I was gonna say the music, the talking, the partying, it's enough to cover things to where it's pretty private. Most of the time, I guess. I don't know how you do. You do you. Taj.
Hi.
Hi. You're in the room. There's only a bed, or he'd offer you a different seat, but he's just gonna kind of, with his foot, pat this side of the bed and go, come on, sit down. I don't bite. I mean, I do, but I won't. Maybe.
I'm fine.
Okay. Whatever you want. How are you?
I am fine. Just got out of Cywithan. Did they tournament there? Pretty eventful.
I did hear about that.
Did?
I did?
From who?
Birdies. And birds. You know, chicks. They like to talk.
What did you want to discuss?
Well, it starts with the question. I mean, look, here's the thing. You don't have to tell me anything, but you don't have to lie to me. Oh, do you want me to continue?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know how you're doing fine, to be honest. I mean, we all saw what happened, and you running off. That was, what, year and some change? And now you're going around the world, and you just killed, what? It was the Hallmark who, oh, yes, was also related to Janelle, right? Am I wrong? You can stop me. I have more.
Do you want something?
That is a mixed question. Because wanting something is very, very wide. I want a lot of things, actually. But do I want something from you? Maybe. Possibly. Do you want to give me something?
No.
Well, I guess we're not completely on the same page. That's fine. Now, I do want to talk about something a little different. If that's okay with you. We'll move away from your emotions for a moment. We may come back to them. So just keep that in your back pocket while we, discuss. All right?
Okay.
Are you always this trusting?
Explain.
It's a very straightforward question. Are you always seeing things at face value?
I would not say I have the most deductive mind. No.
A shame. You have a very good intuition, yet you spurn it on, I don't know, muscle. I mean, being angry, that must take a lot of emotion, a lot of emotional bandwidth, because honestly, I don't understand how you do it. You could just, smile once in a while. It'd be fine. I know you're not angry all the time.
Can I kill him?
Do you want to try?
Please
You're in a
don't
private
let the
room.
That was not. Can I kill him metaphorically?
Metaphorically, I don't know how you do that.
I liked him so much until he fucking said that smile line. Damn it!
Son of a bitch, it's all it takes.
Just such a dick.
Let me retcon a little bit because it's not what I intended.
Okay.
It just kind of came out. He got dickish. I apologize. I know you're probably not so angry all the time. So, why do you do it?
Why do I look angry?
Yeah. Why don't you let yourself be happy?
I do.
Sure.
Not in front of people like you.
What's wrong with me?
You have power.
You don't know how much power I have. And you don't know how much power Caleo has, you don't know how much power Ragna has, you don't know how much power Finley has, but yet you're fine around them. That's peculiar, isn't it?
And you know them?
No, not really.
Then I don't give a shit what the fuck you say about them.
I'm not saying
I know them well.
negative.
I've been traveling with Ragna for several months now. Caleo for roughly a month.
And what, you won't go into my parties every, half a month or so? For how long? A year?
I don't like parties.
You still went. I was still there. You don't
I
hate
was-
me.
I was coerced to go to parties. I don't hate you. You're just not my environment.
You know what? I will accept that. But I also want to let you know that even if it's not me, you do hold back a lot. You shouldn't.
Why?
Because for a mortal life, holding back is, what should I call it? Stupid. You don't have much time.
Do you have a lot of time?
I have plenty.
Why do you want me to share?
I can.
I'm not ready for that kind of offer yet.
Oh, that did sound like a proposal for much more than I'm implying. I'm very happily married. Thank you very much.
That was not. No.
Oh, what? Are you not?
Slow
I
your
mean,
roll.
you and Janelle seem to have your own little party. When are you gonna get married?
When I'm done with
So
when I'm done with this prophecy stuff.
You know, I do hope you figure it out. It has been a gamble on our end. I can't figure anything out. And the fact that you gave me something I can't read, that's ridiculous. I mean, I thought I could do a lot, especially at this point, but now that I can't read, just a simple notebook, there is something peculiar about it. I mean, not the notebook, the words in the notebook. The notebook's fine. Probably costs, what, a silver? Fuck the notebook.
Are you trying to offer me anything?
Not particularly. Look, let me say this as broadly as I can. As someone who's been through very traumatic shit, you have been through very traumatic shit. I'm simply offering a moment of, not peace, because I have no problem with you, and you just said you had no problem with me. So, obviously, it's not, a peace treaty, but more so, an open, ready ear. I mean, hated, spurned. I'm sure you know what that's like. You got something to say over there?
I'm trying to fucking figure it out, but I can't figure it out. He's someone! He's someone!
My piece is not here.
In this room? In Veltios? Absolutely not. No one's peace should be here. In fact, the people who live here, I feel terrible for them. It's so boring.
Got a lot of judgment.
Well, not
From
to the... It's boring if you don't allow yourself to be, allow yourself to have fun. This building is, or this city is so business-oriented and war-oriented. It's so ghastly, to be honest.
So, why not? Are you stuck here?
Oh, no, God, no. No, I'm here for fun, because at least something's happening here. And it has been fun so far. And I got to see you, which is a nice little cherry on top. And Caleo is quite nice. And Ragna, we'll work on him. He just needs to open up a little. You look so confused.
I'm very confused.
Do you
That
want to
is
talk
correct.
about it?
What's your deal?
Deal? You are asking for something out of your comprehension. I wouldn't make a deal with me. Not personally. I'm very tricky like that. But I'm more than happy to talk. And if you have questions, I don't particularly lie unless I have to, so I'll most likely answer truthfully.
Are you champion?
You know, that's a title for anyone. I mean, even though you didn't reveal yourselves, you are very widely known. Champion of, who is it now? Harmonia? I'm very happy about that, actually. That's a very, very, very good choice for you. And then Caleo said they worship the Lady Hestia, who I admire more than anyone else in the world. Cleo's quite fun, though. They could have a very good time being my champion instead. But I'll let him have their fun. And Ragna is the champion of Hephaestus. Guy's alright. Hephaestus, I mean. Not as bad as everyone says he is. But Ragna. Ragna seems fine-tuned to be whatever he needs to be. It's almost like he's some fairy tale character. Interesting. And then there's Finley, right? The little one out there, dancing away. Blonde hair. I heard she rejected Apollo. Is that right?
That is true from what I have been told.
Oh, what a ballsy little lady. You know, I have to say, if I do ever choose to have a champion, she might be in the running. I mean, look at him. And you see the curtain slightly lift. He's not near it. The curtain just slightly moves. And you see Finley has started like a small like dance party over by the music. And of course there are people who are dancing a bit more debaucherous, but she's just genuinely pumping up the party.
Yeah.
She's quite a good one, that one. I could see why Apollo was interested in her, but honestly, knowing Apollo's track record, very glad that did not work out.
Track record?
You don't know about Apollo's track record. I thought you might. I mean, you are no longer Apollo's champion, right?
Right. No.
He gets very attached very easily.
You know if he's picked anyone else since?
Oh, he has. I'm not at liberty to say. Honestly, I don't know much about them. But I'm sure you'll meet them one day. But do you have more questions for me? I want to talk about me. Everyone else is fun. Let's talk about me.
Sorry for being blunt. I told you. Not the greatest mind in the world.
That I find incorrect. Because I think you have a very wonderful mind. However, I do think you keep it under wraps. And you, build a wall. Don't let people in. And I may not be that particular person. I mean, you don't know me. I know everything about you pretty much. But it's fine.
Who are you?
It took you this long.
I just want confirmation.
Okay. Hi, I'm Dionysus.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah. You're not.
Is
Go ahead.
Linus your like disguise?
That's my name here. I mean, I couldn't walk around and go, "Hello, I'm Dionysus," without all the women going, "Oh my God, Dionysus, you're just simply the best. I love you." Yes, I know. I don't have the time for that right now. So, it's easier this way. How do you think I got so high up in the temple without doing anything?
That is a good point.
Mm-hmm. Business.
Okay.
Okay. What?
Nice to meet you.
Oh, it's good to meet you too. Finally. Officially. Now, do you understand what I'm trying to say to you?
No.
Okay. What I am saying. I lived a horrible, terrible life for a good while. And then I lived to the best of my abilities after. What
What I'm saying is, don't cower under the circumstances. Mortal lives are short, and not everyone gets the opportunity I do. Not everyone's dad is the king of all gods. But you do not have the time to squander.
No. Right on.
Did you say I know or right on? You said I know.
I know.
Okay.
Right on, man.
I heard right on as
Right
well. I
on.
was like, right on.
Right on.
I do not know where this prophecy is taking us necessarily. But there is a period at the end of it. And I would like to get there.
That is a good one. You are much better at the words than what you think. I like you. Not enough to make you my champion. I'm not going to fight over you like everyone else. But I would very much like to help you in some way, if I might. Because I was not untruthful when I said I want to get rid of these yellow X's. I continuously get blamed for them, and I am simply sick of it. It's not my fault.
How are you looking to help?
Depends. How about this? Because I'm fun and mysterious. How about you tell me a piece of your prophecy you're confused about? I'll try to clarify it how I can. Normally, the mad can find the semblance and things.
Okay, gang.
Oh,
Pick.
don't fuck it up, don't fuck it up.
Pick the line you wanna decipher.
Tchotchke. Tchotchke.
Tchotchke?
Tchotchke.
You want to go Tchotchke? Is that the one?
Because there's
I'm-
two definitions. We need to know if we're looking
Yeah.
for a small object or a pretty girl.
Yeah.
So it's the pride of a myth, a true king's composure, a Tchotchke? That's the one I'm going to go for?
Mm-hmm. Because that also has like the... Hang on. Because it's... Because Dionysus said a line?
A bit.
A
So
bit.
basically, if there is a portion, not like a huge like amount, but if there's like a couple of words or like a semblance of an idea that you're unsure about, then I can try to go ahead and...
Unless people are thinking that another part is more important, but I feel like we have theories on most parts except
Tchotchke.
and
Because we have the treasure of the cursed voyage, is what we think is the trip to the edge of the world.
yes.
We found the filigree mote in the Psalter.
Yeah. That was what again? Remember?
That was
That's the
the
snowflake.
bookmark.
Yes,
Yeah.
the bookmark. Yes,
Bookmark.
yes, the bookmark. We don't know the pride of a myth, true king's composure, and a Tchotchke.
There's also the swift seizure of one itinerant. I think we think that's Zeus's son, yes?
I think so.
Seizure of one's-
Does itinerant... Oh man, it's been so long since we've had like a talk about the prophecy.
Yeah, like outside of game.
Because an itinerant is a person... Oh, well, maybe that's us. Hang on.
You can't just drop this shit on us already. God damn it!
God damn it.
Ah,
All right.
kill
Says
time.
the one who fucking said, here's 75 words, make a response right now.
Hey, I said I was doing sending I needed more sending spells. What the fuck did you think? Anyway.
You said you were doing it. You didn't tell me it was 75 hours.
Okay, I feel like we need to focus on the third paragraph because the line is collect and you can
Thanks for the
triumph.
raid.
So we thank you
Thanks
for
for
the
the
raid.
raid. Yay.
So we should focus on things that we can collect and triumph. So my vote is tchotchke, but if anyone else is feeling more,
I'm fine with
focused on something
tchotchke.
I'm fine with
else.
tchotchke because we know several parts, like when the sky is red reflects crimson, that and Ashen in filled with the Crimson Innocent.
Mhm.
That was in my adventures in the future. So we know what that is. New world will begin to turn. We know what
Yeah.
that is.
And these
Well-
are important because these are things like we need to collect.
Yes.
Alright.
Collect and you can triumph only on sight can see. Unsure sight can see. Treasure. Well, yeah, I think so. Tchotchke is the best one.
All right.
These are, we were all like little voices in consciousness.
Yeah.
Again? Right in the middle of Def's character doing something? Again?
Again.
It's not ascending this time.
It's always whenever you're in the middle. Right when you're there.
And you're like, Tchotchke!
What?
What? Don't worry about
That's not my name.
it. It's a safe word, sorry.
Oh, you good?
Could you define tchotchke?
I can define it. Do you mean define it in the prophecy?
Yes.
Okay, good. I just wanted to make sure. Because I'm not a thesaurus or a dictionary. And I imagine like you allow them to read all over it. In this, based off of what I know of prophecies, I don't imagine it's going to be a person. At least not normally, because they'd probably call them something other than a pretty girl, because that is hard to find. Counterpoint, it's probably a small item that's decorative looking. I don't imagine it's only decorative, but it's probably harder to find than if they were a girl.
Okay.
Well, I mean, a second definition of it is a small decorative trinket. So I imagine that if it's a small decorative trinket, it's probably more than just decorative. If it's in the prophecy.
Right. Okay.
So,
Ryan Legion for more information.
Do I just get one or?
Do you want another? We can work out a deal. What I said earlier about working out deals with me, that was just because you didn't know who I was before. Now that you know who I am, we could probably work something out.
Yep, there it is.
I'm far more kind than my counterparts. Come on.
What's on the table?
Well. Answers to your problems. Oh, what do I want? What do I want? What can you offer me?
A threesome.
I mean,
That is prostitution. And I accept it as a job, but I don't want to force it.
Mm.
So, I mean, what can you offer me? I can ask for things, sure, but
Want anyone dead?
I thought you were better than that. No, not particularly.
Okay.
How quick it is!
I want you to go check on something for me.
Alright.
Give me your map.
Hands over the map. Are you aware of where we are going next?
I'm not 100% sure. Do you wish to point it out to me?
Just like traces his finger like over the edge and then just like kind of like drags off and then underneath and kind of just shrugs.
Oh, you are a dangerous one. Really? Going over the side of the water. Trying to find the river Styx.
Something like that.
Ah,
Up here-ish.
it's somewhere up there.
Hmm.
Not really my domain.
You don't have anyone underneath that needs checking on, do you?
No. If they're already dead, I assume that they're well taken care of. Hades is a stunning enough host, and Persephone, well, she's kind but harsh. So, if anyone needs to be put in line, it'd be by her.
What season are we in right now?
So, the closest technical season at this moment is, because it's been a couple months, it was summer when you first left. It's technically rolling into autumn.
So Persephone is in the underworld right now.
Yeah, just getting down there. I want you to go ahead. And I want you to check here for me. And they're going to point to an area that is, it is circled. It is highlighted. But it's basically the isles of Koyos, or the island right there. That was pre-highlighted. Seems like you're going there already. But I have someone I want you to check up on. More so if you go there, I'll know you're there, and then I'll check in on them myself. It's hard over there.
Who is it?
Wouldn't you like to know? If you go
I mean,
there,
that's a little important.
no. Basically, if you go there, I'll be able to see. I just am not able to get there.
Why?
It's a favor to someone. But if you go and check on someone, I will be more than happy to go ahead and I'll answer your question now. But if you do not end up going there, actually, let's retcon it. We're gonna go back.
Okay.
Because there is something there that they do want you to check up on, but I think there's something more pressing. They're going to point to Lothia instead. Which is by Erectus Olympus. I'd like you to check there for me.
Lothia.
Lothia, yes.
Is that next to the old or the new Olympus?
That is next to the
Because it's Eratus Olympus, so is that that's the kind of new Olympus?
that's New Olympus, yes.
Yeah.
Titius is where people of Scythen believe Olympus still is.
Ah.
And how to get there. Yeah. Yes, Lothia. It is quite hard to get into, so if you can get into it, good. Basically, there has been some things going on. It's ruining my fun. Have you ever been to a masquerade party?
Have I?
No. I'd
Oh.
probably say not. Well, they're normally full of debauchery and fun. What's the whole point of wearing a mask if you're not letting yourself go? The whole city is just so tightly wound now. Look, I have plenty to focus on, and it would be peculiar if I were to just stroll in, figure it out myself. And I don't have my own champion to do it for me, so, how about this?
You don't have a champion?
No.
Oh,
I don't need one.
good for you.
Thank you. But if I do end up needing one, I have ideas. But if you decide to go there, if you live through all of the Hades fiasco, then I will go ahead and I will do nothing because I will answer your question now. But if after you're done with that and you don't start heading directly to Lothia and you don't get it fixed because I can see where you are, then you and I will have a little problem. That many things can fix it. None of them you will like. Maybe one. But none, most likely.
Okay.
Okay. And you don't have to take the steel. I just can't give you this stuff for free. I mean, Apollo's probably gonna have my ass anyway.
Probably.
Yeah.
From what I hear.
I don't believe a lot in this whole God shouldn't share things with mortals. That's stupid. I mean, when I was a mortal, I wish I had all the answers, because then I would have known why someone hated me so badly. Now I know. Just took thousands of years. So, I will need you to go there. And I will let you ask one verifying question. It could be about the same thing, or it could be about a different thing.
Okay. The swift seizure of one itinerant.
Mm-hmm.
Who is that?
Hang on, I'm checking something on my side.
But
And then after this, I think I'll end it and we can call it.
Why don't you try a different question?
I want to answer it.
Okay.
It's more so the answer I will give you, you will not be happy about. Oops. I guess I gave 2 hints. You can get another one.
So worried.
Do we want to ask about True King's composure?
I was thinking that. I have a feeling they might be referring to Hades, but
Just to ask.
I don't yet. I'm not like 100% on it.
Yeah.
So we can absolutely ask who's the true king.
Who is the true king?
How many stories have you read about gods, about I'd say the past, because what things are currently saying are at an ideal incorrect.
I'm not the most learned.
That's
That's okay. Basically, normally whoever's born first is normally named king. That's how kingdoms work. Unfortunately, that is not how it worked recently.
Hmm.
And by recently, I meant hundreds of years ago.
Zeus isn't the firstborn, Zeus is the youngest. And he's king of the gods.
Yeah. Wondering.
You have to have his composure? What? Oh.
Okay.
Wait.
So, Koyos, Lothia.
We're retconning Koyos. It is marked, but not from Dionysus is not asking you specifically to go there.
Okay.
There are more pressing things you could do. So,
Lothia.
Nothia. Yes.
Understood. Make it fun.
Make it fun. Yes, exactly. Oh, I knew I liked you. You always look so uncomfortable.
I don't know how to engage with this.
You know what? I can see you're running out of your social battery or whatever they call it nowadays. You do whatever you need to do. This party's already enough without me badgering you. So go, have fun, as much fun as you can have. But once you come back, if you come back, I will be watching. Make sure you hold up your end of the deal.
I will. Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, and on your way out, can you send in that really pretty redhead I was talking to before?
Sure. Which
Oh,
one?
and tell the one that I was sitting beside, you know, the pretty redhead.
Oh,
Yes, and make sure she brings her palette and her easel. She said she wanted to draw me, so I'll let her.
okay. Kaj will like step outside of the curtains and be like, Lino's palette now.
I think you slightly scare her with the response. But yeah, you see her, and she grabs out like a small like notebook, and she seems to have like a little travel like charcoal set, and she walks in, and you hear, "Hello, darling," and yeah, that's what we'll call it for tonight.
Hooray!
Hey!
I made another deal.
You made another deal. You
I'm
are
wheeling and
really,
dealing.
you are really God's favorite princess. All the God's favorite princess. Thank you all for coming and visiting. I have some exciting news. Starting next episode, which will be 2 weeks from now, because we are going bi-weekly, or however we want to say, every 2 weeks, there will be some fun people joining us. Oh my god, who could that be? I don't know. If you want to find out, please come and start watching the show with us, again, starting on the 21st. 21st. Come see us on the 21st. We'll be at the same time, same place, same channel. And you can see all the fun, exciting things that will be occurring. We have all of our lovely players here. All of their ats and their usernames are in their little name column. So if you want to go ahead and check them out, please do. We will go ahead and let's see if we can raid someone while I keep rambling. Let's see who we've got here. Does anyone have someone in mind?
Be sent to the end screen, perhaps.
Yeah, let's send to the end screen and then we'll go ahead and raid. All right, everyone, have a great rest of your night. Take care.
Good night.
Bye.